Today we'll be demonstrating how to replace glazing bead and insulated glass in an aluminum window sash. Some tools needed for the repair include a stiff chisel putty knife, a slotted screwdriver, a heat gun, a caulk gun with latex-based caulk, whisk snips, a tape measure, and a utility knife or the E.Z.D Glazer. As always, follow safety precautions by wearing protective gloves and eyewear while working with glass. Begin by using a putty knife and slotted screwdriver to wedge the existing glazing bead out of the frame. Once your glazing bead is removed, compare the style and dimensions of the original glazing to determine the correct replacement for your sash. In a well-ventilated area, turn the sash over and use a heat gun and the E.Z.D Glazer or a utility knife to cut away the sealant. Once the sealant is fully removed, the glass should be free to drop out. If your window needs new glass, measure the height, width, and thickness needed for the replacement. Set the glass aside to begin working on the frame. If your window has setting blocks, mark the general location of them in the lower section of the frame. Use a chisel and heat gun to scrape away any excess sealant left on the frame. With a caulk gun, run a bead of sealant along the inner edge of the frame to bind the glass. We'll be using a translucent latex-based caulk. We find this is easiest to work with since it can be cleaned up with just soap and water. Place the setting blocks back into the sash frame. Now, carefully place the new glass unit into the sash frame. With the glass in place, you can begin to install the new glazing. Start by measuring and marking the needed lengths. Then, use snips to cut and shape the new beading. For the longer sides of the windows, cut the glazing to length. Then angle the shorter sides to meet them. Set the top edge of the beading into the groove in the sash. Then place the lower leg onto the glass, making sure it snaps into place against the glass. For these parts and more, visit us at SWISCO.com.